Hi, this is Tom, the old gas station guy from Delaware, and I'm waiting on behalf of Michelle Rollins. And there's been a commercial going around from the Democrats where some guy is in the Democratic office of Biden and trying to get the money back that Mrs. Rollins contributed to Biden. Well, years ago, I worked for her husband, John W. Rollins, and he was a tough cookie, tough businessman. His brother Wayne from Georgia, they both came up from Georgia, didn't have a dime in their pocket, and they busted their butts and made a lot of money. They were friends with Richard Nixon. They were friends with politicians. And in case you don't know, especially here in Delaware, if you don't grease some palms, you're in trouble. So it's no surprise that Biden, who gets elected year after year after year, even though the whole world now knows he's a dummy, and we got another one in office that trades place with Castle. His name is Carper. He makes Biden look like a genius. And he runs for election in 2012. And I don't think he's going to debate anybody because he can't find his way out of his office without an exit sign on the door. But back to Mrs. Rollins. Mrs. Rollins is an extremely bright woman. My ex-wife knows her very well and speaks highly of her. I know she got her business acumen from her husband, and if she's half of what John was like, she is a tough businesswoman, and she will put a stop to this crap we have going on in Washington, and you can count on her to do the right thing for the people of Delaware and the people of the United States. So this little whispering, oh, can I have the money back because he gave it to Biden? Well, guess what? If she hadn't given money to Biden, who knows what would have happened to her business. Permits might have been denied. Licenses might have been revoked. She would have had inspections by the state sewer inspector, fire marshal, who knows what. Trust me, I've lived in Delaware since 1968, and I know that if you don't grease these buggers' palms, you're on the wrong side. Now that's going to change, and people like Mrs. Rollins are going to change it. And talking about this girl that's running against Mike Castle is the consummate professional Democrat. That's all he knows. He wouldn't debate this girl. They call her crazy. I called the Republican committee and said, what are you doing? Castle votes Democrat all the time, votes liberal. He votes against conservative thought and against the Constitution every chance he gets. He's worse than McCain. He's worse than Lieberman. He's worse than Lindsey Graham. Just look at his record. He voted for cap and trade before anybody knew what it was. Cap and trade means you and I are going to have it shoved up our butt when we get our natural gas bill and our coal bill, because Obama wants to do away with coal, natural gas, and oil. Gee, what are we going to use to get around? Horses? I don't know. But it's all politics as usual for Castle and for the Democratic Party and some of the Republicans. These people in office need to be kicked the hell out and start over. And Mrs. Rollins and Miss O'Donnell would be a good start. When I called the office and I said, why don't you give this woman a shot? Oh, she lied. I said, oh my God, a politician that lied. What do you mean? Oh, she said something that wasn't true. I said, oh, she misspoke. Did she take it back? Did she back off it? Did she say she was sorry? Oh, we don't know. We're not involved with her because she lied. I said, well, then you better get rid of everybody that you're putting up for office, because if they're career politicians, lying comes as easily to them as it does to Joe Biden, Barack Obama, Hillary and Bill Clinton, and the whole bunch of thieves and whores that are in Washington and need to be thrown out. So that's the true facts about Mrs. Rollins. You can't do any better. You really can't. She knows what she's doing, and she's going to do a good job for the state of Delaware. And this message is paid for by me, Tom Herron, the old gas station guy from Delaware, and I accept full responsibility for it. Thank you so much.